Hello and thanks for watching. Welcome to part 9 of Road to Omega, a series of videos looking at the WipEout games leading up to the release of WipEout Omega Collection on the PlayStation 4. In this video we're looking at WipEout HD. Originally released in 2008, and the Fury DLC was released a year later in 2009. It's basically a combination of content in high definition from WipEout Pure and WipEout Pulse, remastered on the PS3. And here's the case. The physical release came out a bit later. I think this is a PAL region only exclusive again. There's your cover art, HD on the right and Fury on the left. A bit more combat orientated, the Fury DLC. And the inside has some art. So you could reverse the cover if you wanted. Bit swirly, bit different for WipEout really. But there you go, that's that. And yeah. We'll cut over to some gameplay and have a look. Okay, so here we are on the main menu. Now briefly talking about the main menu, WipEout HD in my opinion has the best menu in any of the WipEout games. It's super slick, it's super fast, you can get to everything you want. There's a lot of games out there. I'm looking at the Dirt series in particular. If you've ever played the Dirt series, they have all these fancy 3D menus and it takes forever for you to actually get into the game. And they're visually quite impressive, but they're not practical. And for me personally, this is what you need, something quick like this. So we've got campaign, and you go in here, and once you've got the Fury DLC as well, you pick between the campaigns. You go in, you pick your event. There's a bunch of these events, and then inside is a grid system. And here you can see what the event is, the track, the speed class, all the stuff you need to know. You can set your AI difficulty at the bottom of the screen. If I back out, race box is basically setting up your custom race. There's also you can choose up to 2 players and have vertical or horizontal split screen action. I'll put some of that at the end of this video so you can have a look what that's like. Online, you have an online rank and you can set up games, basically all the race box options, but you can play the game online. Options and stuff, you can set the game up. Eventually you can unlock HUDs, so I will set the default HUD for now, but you can eventually unlock HUDs from WipEout 2097 and WipEout 3. I quite like the 2097 HUD. Pilot Assist, that is designed for beginners of the series, and that will keep you from banging into the sides of the walls. And menu style, once you get the Fury DLC, you can also change it to the Fury style menu like this, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we'll have the HD HUD for now. I'll talk about that. And yeah, basic options there, and extras are game statistics, which has become standard for the last couple of games, which is quite nice to see. So yeah, we'll just go in and just get a race going in the campaign here. And here are the ships. There are 12 ships in the game, and when the Fury DLC came out, it added Fury variants, which are just kind of more crazy, bit more out there, jagged edged ships. I prefer the look of the originals myself. They're a bit more streamlined, they're a bit more like actual racing ships, but the Fury ones are quite unique. It's nice to see them in there. Bit of variation in design and whatnot. And yeah, you can unlock alternative skins, basically the same as WipEout Pulse with loyalty points. And yeah, we'll just get into this. The game does load quickly. There was a bit of controversy when WipEout Fury came out, as they put in some ads which would play sometimes during the loading, and it was proven through various videos online that these ads slowed down the loading. I don't think the ads are in there anymore, surprise surprise, which is a good thing. I think they were just experimenting, throwing them in there to see what it was like. But yeah, here we go, here's the game. Standard WipEout stuff. You hit the speed pads, the arrows to go faster, coloured pads to collect weapons, offensive, defensive, race to win. You might recognise this track, it's from WipEout Pure. So the standard HD game had 6 tracks from WipEout Pure and 2 tracks from WipEout Pulse. And then the DLC Fury added 3 tracks from Pulse and 1 from Pure, I believe. So by the time it was complete as WipEout HD Fury, it was a solid release. And yeah, it looks fantastic, it plays well. You can see the HUD. This is the standard WipEout HD HUD. In pre-release builds, a lot of people complained about the HUD being quite messy and a bit hard to read. They did sharpen it up a bit just before release, but it's, in my opinion, it doesn't fit with the cleanness of the rest of the game. Like, the menus are so slick and clean, and the HUD's just a mess, the standard one. I'm not a fan of it at all. So as soon as I unlock the 2097 or WipEout free HUD, I always change to them. I mean, it's a matter of opinion that. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who find it quite useful and like it. So again, it's really cool, the options there. Let's cut to another track. So here we go, I'm on the same track but in zone mode, so I can just show this off. Zone mode is standard in the series now, and is a mode where you just get faster and faster. You have no control over the acceleration, you've just got to survive as long as you can, score good points, and it's always got a cool visual look to it. So yeah, this is what it looks like in this game, with the track kind of pulsating with the music, and as you can see there, as I increase in level, the track changes colour, so that's quite cool. But yeah, I just briefly wanted to show you that, so you can see what it looks like, the unique style of this version of Zone. It's quite cool. So here we go, we're in a time trial now, and we'll just have a little go on this. But yeah, this game was developed sort of a similar time to WipEout Pulse. Like, that game came out and they were just finishing up with this one, and it eventually came out in 2008. A lot of people might have got this during 2011 when the PSN outage happened, and Sony offered WipEout as one of the free games to make up for the PSN being out for quite a while. So that's quite cool. Hopefully a lot of people got exposure to the series like that. And there you go, you can barrel roll in this game like the PSP games. Land it and get your little speed boost. So yeah, let's look at something else. So here we go, we're in another race, and you get this sweeping view of the track before each race. You can skip at any point. It's quite nice though. But yeah, let's have a look at this. It's Eliminator mode, and this was part of the Fury DLC. So you're racing along the track, using the weapons to destroy as many ships as possible, score points, and win. And you can see on the right there, that's where the score is. And it can get quite messy. Good fun though, Eliminator mode. So yeah, the Fury DLC focused on combat a little more than the standard game. So once you combine that with HD, it really was a comprehensive release. Okay, so this is another new mode from the Fury DLC. Similar to Zone in that you're not accelerating your ship, you're just steering it, and you're firing these machine gun type things at these energy balls. And basically your points are going up, and you occasionally have to destroy a bomb, and you can build up to use a plasma wave weapon which will blast down the track as well. And yeah, the objective is just to score the highest, and it's quite addictive. It's quite a lot of fun, this mode. I'm glad they included it. It's a bit different, a bit of a different take on WipEout. I've just switched to the interior view, so the game has three views: the interior, close exterior and far exterior. And like the other Zone modes, the track changes colour as you progress, like that. And there's the energy wave. So yeah, that's quite a different way of playing the game. It's quite cool. Right, so here we go. We're looking at the other new mode from the Fury DLC. It's Zone Battle, and it's basically you are charging the bar at the bottom of the screen, and you can choose to boost to another zone at any point. And the objective is to get to the highest zone and win. So at the top of the screen you can see it says zone 0.9 of 12. You need to get to zone 12 to win. And you can see there I just boosted, so now I'm at zone 2.7. And you build your bar by hitting the speed pads on the track. Again, different way of playing, quite unique. The sheer amount of gameplay modes in this release is quite impressive. And yeah, that's just a quick look at that. So here we go, I've just switched to the 2097 HUD to show you what that's like. A really faithful recreation of the HUD from WipEout 2097. And we'll just do a bit of this track just so you can have a look at it, and then I'll switch to the WipEout free HUD as well, so you can have a look at that. So here we go, I've switched to the WipEout free HUD so you can have a quick look at that. As you can see, it's quite a faithful recreation. And yeah, so touching on the soundtrack in the game, there wasn't a huge amount of music tracks in the initial release, but the Fury pack added a few more. And so you've got a reasonable amount, but you can use custom soundtracks on the PS3 anyway, so that's all good. And yeah, I think we'll probably look at some of the multiplayer, the split screen next. I did check online if I could show you that, but there wasn't any games on there. I think most people are holding off for the Omega Collection, so we'll have a look at the split screen instead. Okay, so we're looking at vertical split first. Okay, now we're going to have a quick look at the horizontal split. Okay, so that's been a quick look at WipEout HD Fury. It's a good release. It's hard to really say go and get it because the WipEout Omega Collection is going to have all of this content in it. So if you've got a PS3 and you don't plan on getting a PS4 anytime soon, I'd recommend it. But otherwise, hold off for the WipEout Omega Collection. So yeah, stick with me and we'll have some more videos soon.